My name is Kaitlyn Lamson. I work at Aveda Institute's Westchester, and I am a cosmetology instructor. I did a lot of different stuff before I became an educator. I was a vet tech first, and then after COVID hit, I was like, well, the medical field's, it's a little expensive and sticky. So I was like, let me pour more into my creative side. My mom, she was a cosmetologist. 10 years ago, she went to Aveda in Nashville. And I talked to her before I enrolled into Aveda Fredric's, and she was kind of like my mentor, my guide. I truthfully never thought that I'd be a cosmetologist. I remember seeing my mom go through hair school when I was a kid, and I think I was like not even a teenager yet, and she had 3 of us kids. So seeing her go through hair school, I was like, that's too hard. But I also didn't factor in that she had 3 kids. I was always creative, and I wanted to go to art school. I wanted to do artistic things, but also loved science, anatomy, all the little things that I didn't know cosmetology had. And one conversation later I had with my mom, and she just looked at me and she's like, go through it for like a couple months, and when in doubt, if you don't like it, we can pull you out and we can figure out something else. I'm like, okay. 1 month in, and I was like, okay. The stars are aligning, the dots are connecting. I can see, I can understand. I can see myself building in this field, finding passion for it, love for it, when I just really didn't even think that it was a possibility. I was like always a creative person growing up. I would draw, I would paint, always had my hands doing something. I'm a hobbyist, and so cosmetology came fairly easy to me. I could understand the things. I was blueprinting things in my free time. I graduated in 2021. I was a COVID student right when salons opened back up from COVID. And I went into what I call my little old lady salon for about 1.5 years just to learn hair by the ladies of the 80s, because I was the youngest one there. The one with the oldest experience had 50 years in cosmetology. So I learned a lot there, and I just had this feeling of like, I just kept thinking about Aveda and how much their impact in hair and just the environment meant so much to me, and just like my beliefs and like what I like to do for fun. I like to hike, I like to farm, I have a little garden, you know, I do like tinctures, teas, all the fun things. And so I was like, you know what, I think that I want to like go back to Aveda. I had a lot of really, really good educators, and so I would always think about the educators who helped me learn, and I looked up to a lot of them, and I was like, I just want to be like that. I want to get to a point where I'm pouring into others. And then when I stepped into this position, it really was like the training, the first 2 weeks was life-changing, because it made me realize how much I loved pouring into others, the fulfillment I felt when someone like looked at me and was like, oh my God, that makes sense. That just clicked. And I was like, didn't it? Didn't it? So it was just like a love that I feel like found me in what I just like doing, what I have a passion for.